Welcome to my channel. Today, we're exploring Stellar Defiance, a sci-fi journey where humanity stands strong and defies the odds across the galaxy. Dive into epic starship battles, powerful tech, and the resilience that makes us unstoppable in a universe full of challenges. If you're ready for a thrill-packed adventure in deep space, hit subscribe, and let's get started. The story of legacy of the Voidwalkers expands further across the galaxy, its rich narrative unfolding through vast swathes of deep space, ancient forgotten ruins, and civilizations both familiar and alien. This is a tale that begins with one small discovery, a seemingly insignificant find that sets off a chain of events that will not only change the life of one young scavenger, but will also reshape the fate of the entire galaxy. Through this journey, humanity will be forced to reckon with its past, confront the darkness that lies hidden within the very fabric of existence, and challenge the corrupting forces that threaten all they hold dear. At its heart, Legacy of the Voidwalkers is the story of Jackson Ryder, a young man born on the barren human colony world of Cressida 9, a remote outpost on the outskirts of explored space. With few prospects for the future, Jackson spends his days working as a scavenger searching through the debris of battles long past, pulling together whatever salvage he can find. His colony is isolated from the core of the galaxy, and yet the stories of humanity's glorious past still echo in the whispers of the older generations. Jackson, however, is an outsider in many ways. He does not dwell on those tales, but dreams of something far grander, of stepping beyond the limits of his colony's walls and discovering what lies beyond. Despite the obscurity of his home, Jackson is a man of ambition. He believes that the future of humanity lies in the stars, that there is more to their legacy than the history they have been taught. And it is one of these scavenging missions that leads to his discovery, the find that will change everything. While searching a derelict starship wreckage, he stumbles upon a curious object, a device that seems far too advanced for the time it came from. Its surface is etched with symbols and markings unlike anything he has ever seen, alien in nature, yet undeniably human in its craftsmanship. When Jackson touches the object, a strange sensation courses through him, and for a brief moment, he experiences a vision, a void that stretches beyond the known universe, a swirling mass of colors, shapes, and shifting energies. It is a glimpse into the void itself, a realm that defies all understanding, and yet somehow seems oddly familiar. The device Jackson has found is not just a relic, it is a void beacon, one of the few remaining artifacts of the Voidwalkers, the legendary explorers and warriors of humanity's forgotten empire. The Voidwalkers, it is said, once harnessed the power of the void, a dimension of chaotic energies, to achieve unimaginable feats. They were the ones who crossed vast distances of space in mere moments, manipulated time itself, and waged war on civilizations that were nothing more than footnotes in the history of the stars. But the Voidwalkers, with all their power and ambition, were also the architects of their own downfall. In their quest to control the void, some became twisted by its influence, and their fall led to the collapse of humanity's galactic empire. The Voidwalkers' legacy was sealed in mystery, their secrets hidden in the very fabric of space, with the void itself remaining a place of danger and forbidden knowledge. The discovery of the beacon sends ripples throughout the galaxy. Its activation is a signal and invitation to those who would seek the power it represents. The ancient artifact sends a transmission through the void, a call that does not go unnoticed. The reaction is swift and overwhelming. A coalition of the galaxy's most powerful forces immediately becomes aware of the beacon's existence. Among them is the Zathari, a highly advanced species who dominate much of the galactic core, masters of trade and diplomacy, but with a keen interest in any technology that might give them an edge. Their power is built on the ability to manipulate vast networks of resources and influence, and they will stop at nothing to control the void's power. Simultaneously, the Zyphron, a nomadic warrior race that roams the galaxy in enormous ships, have their sights set on the beacon as well. These mercenaries have no allegiances, no national borders, only the pursuit of wealth and combat. The Zyphron view the Voidwalkers' legacy as something to be conquered, something that can grant them supremacy over any who stand in their way. And then, there are the Olani, a race of scholars and mystics who have long studied the void in secrecy. While others seek to control the power of the void, the Olani approach it from a different angle. Their mission is to understand it, to unlock its deepest secrets, believing that it holds the key to the universe itself. To them, the void is not something to be conquered, but something to be embraced, understood, revered, and protected. The Olani's philosophy is rooted in a deep reverence for the void, which they believe holds the ultimate truth of existence, but they too recognize the dangers of its corruption and the risks of tampering with the ancient technologies of the Voidwalkers. With the galaxy's powers converging on the beacon, Jackson, unaware of the storm he has unleashed, finds himself the target of numerous factions. His discovery is far too important to be ignored. Hunted by powerful forces, Jackson is forced to flee his home world, taking the beacon with him. In this moment, the course of his life changes irrevocably. He is no longer simply a scavenger, he is now a key player in a galactic conflict that spans across star systems. And though he is driven by an idealistic desire to learn, to explore, and to understand the legacy of the Voidwalkers, Jackson finds himself forced to confront not just the mysteries of the past, but the ever-present threat of those who seek to manipulate these ancient forces for their own ends. Alongside him is Lena Gray, a former historian turned data broker and one of the few individuals still devoted to uncovering the lost history of humanity's past. Lena has spent years studying the ancient texts, uncovering fragmented records, and seeking any information she can find about the lost Voidwalkers. She is drawn to Jackson's discovery, seeing it as a means to piece together the puzzle of humanity's forgotten past. But more than that, she sees the beacon as a key to understanding a deeper truth, one that may reveal how humanity can regain its lost glory and possibly avert the danger that has long lurked in the darkness of space. Together, Jackson and Lena embark on a perilous journey, the first steps of which take them through a galaxy rife with intrigue, danger, and secrets that no one is prepared to face. They begin by following the clues left by the Voidwalkers themselves, the remnants of their ancient knowledge hidden in places no one dares to look. From the desolate world of Hesperus, where a powerful relic of the Voidwalkers lies buried beneath the sands of an ancient desert, to the labyrinthine ruins of Omara Station, a once thriving research facility that now floats abandoned in a distant nebula, Jackson and Lena uncover pieces of the puzzle. With each discovery, they come closer to understanding the true power of the Voidwalkers, but they also begin to unravel a deeper mystery. The Voidwalkers were not merely protectors of knowledge, they were the guardians of a terrible force, an evil so great that it threatened to consume the entire galaxy. It is on the planet Neeraj, an ancient human colony that was lost to history, where they uncover the horrifying truth. The void is not just a realm of untapped potential, it is a prison, a containment field designed to hold something far darker, far more malevolent. This entity, known as the Eclipse, was once the source of unimaginable destruction and chaos, its influence spreading across the galaxy like a plague. The Voidwalkers, in their desperation, created the void itself as a barrier to keep the Eclipse contained, locking it away in a realm of pure energy and darkness. But now, with the activation of the Void Beacon, the seal is weakening. The Eclipse is stirring, and soon, it will be free. As the galaxy's most powerful factions close in, Jackson, Lena, and their ragtag crew find themselves in a race against time to prevent the Eclipse from breaking free. With the Zathari seeking to control the power of the Void for their own ends, the Zyphron pursuing it as a weapon, and the Olani trying to understand it, the stakes have never been higher. Jackson must face not only the alien threats that seek to steal the beacon, but also the terrifying knowledge that the future of the galaxy rests in his hands. Their journey takes them to the heart of the Void Nebula, a region of space where the boundaries between reality and the void itself are thin. It is here, in the depths of the nebula, that the final battle will take place. Here, the last of the Voidwalkers' technology will be unlocked, and Jackson will have to face the truth of his legacy. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, the final confrontation with the Eclipse will determine whether humanity can once again rise from the ashes of its past or if the darkness of the void will consume them all. In the climactic battle, Jackson and his crew will have to overcome not only their own fears and doubts, but also the destructive power of the Eclipse itself, which seeks to warp space and time to reshape the universe in its image. It is a battle fought not just with weapons, but with the very fabric of reality, as Jackson and Lena use the power of the void to undo the eclipse's grip on the galaxy. In the end, the sacrifice of those who fought and died will echo through the ages, a reminder of the price of peace and the power of the human spirit. Jackson's journey has transformed him into something greater, something that even the ancient Voidwalkers themselves could never have anticipated, a hero whose legacy will live on as the galaxy's final hope.